Code 3 Americans, I'm just going to take a couple minutes to show you the real performance of the S&P 500 as an index over the last 3 years. I've said many times, nobody cares how much money they have. What they really care is how much purchasing power they have in the real economy, how many groceries they can buy, how much insurance they can buy, how many trips they can take, how many new cars, what size of house, and so forth. It's not the money, it's the stuff the money does for us. Everyone knows Wall Street's had a tough time over the last couple years, and the last few months, there's been a little bit of cheering from the top of the bleachers that Wall Street's on fire and the market's rallying. So I thought we'd take a quick look at some real performance numbers without any hype, so we can see how the S&P actually performed over the last 3 years as an index. And I think a lot of us will be pretty darn surprised. All right, so we'll take a look at some quick math here on the S&P. So nothing too fancy here. August 2020, the S&P was worth about 33.51 as an index, and then in October 2023, worth about 42.29. Obviously, some basic math. We subtract that out, we get a net nominal gain of about $878. Now, if we divide that, it'll be about a 26.2% return over about 3 years, 8.7% per year in total. That doesn't seem too bad. We take out tax, and let's assume we have a 20% tax rate, assuming we weren't in some sort of tax advantaged vehicle. Take a pretty conservative tax rate. That's about $176. We back that out of our return, and we get about a $702 total return net, which is obviously about 20.9%. We divide that by 3 years. And right here, we get about 7% per year gain over the last 3 years, which doesn't seem too bad with all the market turmoil. Now let's take a look at the truth. Okay, to get an appreciation of what our dollars are, our original investment dollars are in 2023 dollars, and I had to do August because the inflation numbers aren't out for September using the official government numbers, which are underreported, by the way, and we've done videos on specifically where the data is underreported, especially in housing. But anyway, it's an objective number that society accepts, so we'll go with that. I'd certainly argue it to be the most conservative number. So here we are again. 33.51 is what we originally invested in August 2020. We have to know what those dollars are adjusted for inflation in 2023. Just going off the BLS, the government website, the BLS inflation calculator, 33.51 in August 2020 is worth about 39.58 in August 2023. So now we take the S&P 500 value in October 2023. And again, we have August data for inflation. So we just take out the inflation adjusted purchasing power of our original invested dollars, which is 39.58. This gives us a $271 inflation adjusted real gain in purchasing power. Again, we don't care about the dollars. We wonder what the S&P did as an index relative or for our purchasing power. How much more stuff can we buy in the real economy? So we take $271 as an inflation adjusted gain, but the problem is we're taxed on nominal gains, not real gains. So we're going to have to pay that $176 tax on our nominal gain. We back that out of 271. We end up with a lousy $95 net after tax inflation adjusted gain in real purchasing power. Again, it's the purchasing power we care about, not the dollars. We've done videos on dollar bills, just like feet, inches, ounces, pounds, and barrels are just units of measure. So $95 real gain after tax. We divide that by our inflation adjusted purchasing power from our original investment. That's about a 2.4% real net gain in purchasing power, not dollars. Divide that by 3 years, and the truth comes out at less than 1% real gain in purchasing power, about 0.8 of 1%. That's not very good. However, that's what the financial media doesn't tell us. They don't talk about purchasing power and inflation adjusted things unless it benefits their narrative. But in the Code 3 American community, we're always putting out real financial education so more people can do better things for their own life. Now, obviously, what could we do with this? Well, the first thing we could do is eliminate the tax. If we could find an investment vehicle to eliminate the tax, that dramatically helps our position. And there's a number of those opportunities out. The mission of the Code 3 American community is to enrich America and save humanity through financial independence. We do that by fighting off weakness, dependency, and divisiveness. And we do that by embracing freedom, wealth, fellowship, and resilience. If you want to join our community for free, you can email American at code3assets.com. That's American at code, the number 3assets.com. We're going to give you some great free resources to help you on your own journey. You're going to get a number one best-selling book that I was fortunate to be a co-author in. Hit bestseller in multiple categories, including 10 international on Amazon. It's called Next Level Your Life. It's full of thought leaders and amazing experiences from people that can help you on your journey. We'll give you our 3-part report series called SWOT Lessons Learned, what my SWOT experience taught me about business, life, and investing, and a free 1 to 4 unit property analyzer to jumpstart your success and get you going. All you got to do is email American at code3assets.com, and we'll see you inside the community. Teams up.